Hey, how's it going, everybody? Doing some work here on a couple of my engines. I gotta figure out if this back part is okay, because I know when I got into shipping, this part here was bent pretty bad. So I'm trying to figure out if the frame is still kind of tweaked or not. It's an afternoon. It's an afternoon, and this baby can. I think it could pull like 18 to 20 cars, which is not bad. And this is a non-driver. You can tell by the way it looks. How it's got the open slot there and there. This is the only one that's geared, and this side is geared. Plus, I want to add, kind of change up some sounds in it. I love the 3-minute Halo song in it, but I made one for my daughter because she wanted the Halo one too, but I had to shorten it up quite a bit. So I'm going to do that and add I think like a 15, 30, between the 30 to 40 minute second song, I should say. Sorry, seconds, instead of 30 minutes. And I'm going to add a couple, maybe a Scooby-Doo theme song, because I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, how come I never thought about putting a Scooby-Doo in my train? And today's the day. So I'm going to edit the sound a little bit, kind of go from there. And then my 607 i8C, the motor has been upgraded. Forget what it is. I think it's like a Bachmann kind of motor, and it just goes up to the part and has that gear, and that's it. So it's pretty cool. It was already done for me. When I bought this baby on eBay, it was already done. It had an 8-pin decoder, but I think when I dropped it on accident, some of the wires got pulled, and I had a Bachmann decoder, or I had a lock sound decoder in it. And when I hit the headlight will work, and then I hit the rear headlight, it will start blinking like a turn signal. I'm like, okay, there's no tail light. All right, I had to take it out. Took out the 8-pin decoder, put a Bachmann decoder in it to see what's going on. Next thing I know, it actually almost caught the Bachmann decoder on fire. So I was like, okay, so something must be seriously pulled in the wiring. So I eliminated all of that, took out the 8-pin part, and I had this out of the CN engine I did, and I got an 8-pin decoder in that now. So what I did is, it's my brother's idea too, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And also watching Classic Trains, I think that's his name. But he didn't have hardboard. He had like those like 8-pin part. He just took the wires and just done it. And he made it so simple. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, hey, that's what I did. Thinks my brother's idea too. So he took the back part here, and what he did, I think he ran the one side motor truck to this side, which has already been done, and then you hook up the front to this side of if you got like a board like this, you just hook up the track power from one side to the other side so the board gets full power. And then I got these right up to here on this side track power, and then jumped it to here. So I use a jumper wire to jump it, and then the front, this side, is picked up to this part here, down to that pickup wire there, and then I put a jumper wire to the back, and that's it. And then the headlights are hooked up just like that. And that's all I did, and it works. It runs great. Now I just gotta put it back together. So I gotta do all that yet. I still haven't gotten around to it. I figured this would be a kind of cool update. And then update my daughter's engine. It is made between 2004 to 2005. I called Broadway to talk to them and to see if I can get the bottom board. But unfortunately, they said it's the lady who talked to me goes, they use like third party or something like that, second party back in the day. So someone else made that stuff. I was like, okay. I was like, I was just seeing if he had the part. I was like, I got it from my daughter for her Christmas gift and had it for less than, I'm going to say when I first got it, I did my first video on it. It did great. It ran around great. Then by the next week, somehow the switch got thrown a little bit. Maybe someone decided to do it. I don't know. And for instance, my daughter wasn't close by her train. And when it derailed inside the mountain, the tender was pretty warm to touch. So we set it off to the side, let it cool down, and it must have messed something up, or that one of the capacitors could have went inside of it too. No idea. So I got a surprise coming for her. She has no idea. It'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to replace the decoder. Now, unfortunately, it ain't going to be no Broadway decoder in it, because to do a Paragon 3 or 4, I don't know how much it'll cost. I will have to send it to one of the Broadway people they recommended that would take this completely apart and rewire it and everything else to make it work with the Paragon 3 and 4, because it takes more finesse. And I'm saying, like, yeah, that probably have. And then to me, I'm just thinking I can have 150 to $400 to have someone do this. I really don't know. I don't even know how much the decoders. I can't even buy the decoder from them. She goes, it would just be easier to buy a decoder you can get your hands on and just do it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to her, because she says you have more money into it than what it could be worth. Which I believe it. Now I've seen these engines on eBay. They're going for like $400 some. I'm like, oh my god. So I thought about if I could find one. If I find one that's pretty decent, thinking about buying it for parts. It's used, which is fine. That way I have extra parts on hand for this engine. So, because this is like almost 20-something years, yeah, about 20-something years old now. So I got that to do. So hopefully everybody enjoys this little update. And then I'm going to be having another video coming out. It's about 21 minutes long to install this all the way. This is no skipping, no editing. It's a full, not this engine, but a full detail on how to wire up an 8-pin decoder. Hardwire it, you know. I did one that's just kind of quick and easy. This one is full to the scale, what I did. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.